Michael Mineo here, October 25th, 2025, 6:51 a.m. What you're looking at is the header of a medical record that I have covered up. The important part of this is the um, date stamp, January 23rd, 2017. Now, the background on this, I had contacted the people that did the Social Security disability for me and asked for a medical source statement that I wanted a copy of. They pulled it and the lady went, "These people didn't help you at all." That's what she said. But anyways, she sent it to me. And when I got it, I was like, oh my, I was like kind of like outraged to say the least. So I contacted the case manager and left a message and also indicated that I wanted to sue. Okay, I mean, I was just not happy. So immediately they scheduled a meeting, and interestingly enough, the the director of medical case management, which really should be called behavioral case management, but they used medical instead. So she didn't come to the meeting, interestingly enough, and neither did the case manager. Okay. So who shows up? The executive director. And so the big dog, the one that sits on the board too. And she was very, she was been in the business a long time, and so she was very, has a very caring way of, talking and the whole thing. So I wanted another meeting, okay, because I wanted to transfer out to a different medical provider because I was done with APO Clinic. So the meeting got scheduled for the 26th. We appear again. My significant other came with me. So this time, the clinic manager was there with the executive director, and the clinic manager had a very thin package of medical, like very thin, 25 pages maybe. And she says to me, she goes, "Oh, honey, you can take this with you, over to the new place." And, I'm looking at it like, these are my medical records. You can take them. Okay, right? I'm like, that's not going to fly with Mike. I'm thinking to myself. So I requested the whole shebang. I said, this isn't enough. I need all of the records. So anyways, they copy all the records a day later or whenever. I got to go down and pick them up. And they're all, they were copied, blown up 115%, all of them. And it was just, it was just such that we needed another copy. Just forget about these. So they gave me a second copy, but this time again, it was just a mess. Okay? It was like they were intentionally doing it. And I mean, this is how they treat mental patients. I'm serious. This is part of their SOP. I mean, they just don't treat you like a normal person. So what happens? So now again, I want the full thing, and I want them copied right. So this time, the executive director, again, the big dog, she follows up and she gives me on the 26th of November this big fat stack of records. So I go home, and of course, being a guy that was like a real whiz with records, okay, because I was in the mortgage business, and I wasn't an order taker. I was a guy that could work files and work documents as far as being able to read them, okay. So I go through the whole thing. I clip this. I clip everything up. Nice. Everything is separate. Everything. And I'm like, okay, I'm missing things. All right. So they give me a few more things, and I'm still missing this document for October 13th, 2015, this medical record, which happens to be today. So the last record that I choked out of these people, literally, was for the appointment where I was prescribed Triumec, an HIV medication that was quite dangerous, and they indicated nothing about it being dangerous. It's just like, oh, it's a great med. No, I'm in good people having good, the whole thing. Just like it was a sales job. Like, oh, it was wonderful. But in reality, it was a very dangerous med. And also, too, it contained abacavir, okay, which was also in Epsicom, which I refused May of 2014. I said, we just got to go with a different med, okay? And then we had a big fight on that medical record, the way they wrote that medical record up. Okay, that's a whole nother story. So here we are. They prescribed the med they knew I didn't want because the abacavir is in both these meds is what makes this med dangerous. Okay? So I call in 2 days later. On October 15th, I'm having symptomology, and they prescribed cimetidine. I was just looking at the original prescription label today. Now, there is no nurse's visit by phone on the 15th that exists. I was looking for it. I was asking for it during this 88 days that it took me to get a complete copy of my records. And, they never provided it, and one doesn't exist, evidently. Because as of today, I don't think one exists. So you have to ask yourself, around the same time I was looking for records, Jordan Valley, it took them 3 days. Mercy took 5 days. APO, 88 days. Why the difficulty? I mean, they were acting, I don't know. Is this the way mental patients are treated in the behavioral health system? Apparently. I'll tell you, they were sure acting guilty. Circumstantially, it looks like, why 88 days to provide this doc? If they could have gotten away with providing me this medical record, they would have. Why? Thank you for listening. We got a whole lot more coming. Stay tuned.